NIA all but bans its transgender college athletes from women's sports. The National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics, the governing body for mostly small colleges, announced a policy Monday that all but bans transgender athletes from competing in women's sports. The NIA's Council of Presidents approved the policy in a 20-0 vote. The NIA, which oversees some 83,000 athletes at schools across the country, is believed to be the first college sports organization to take such a step. According to the transgender participation policy, all athletes may participate in NIA-sponsored male sports, but only athletes whose biological sex assigned at birth is female and have not begun hormone therapy will be allowed to participate in women's sports. A student who has begun hormone therapy may participate in activities such as workouts, practices and team activities, but not in interscholastic competition. With the exception of competitive cheer and competitive dance, the NIA created separate categories for male and female participants, the NIA said. Each NIA sport includes some combination of strength, speed and stamina, providing competitive advantages for male student athletes. As a result, the NIA policy for transgender student athletes applies to all sports except for competitive cheer and competitive dance, which are open to all students. There is no known number of transgender athletes at the high school and college levels, though it is believed to be small. The topic has become a hot-button issue for those for and against transgender athletes competing on girls' and women's sports teams. At least 24 states have laws barring transgender women and girls from competing in certain women's or girls' sports competitions. Last month, more than a dozen current and former college athletes filed a federal lawsuit against the NCAA, accusing the sport's governing body for more than 500,000 athletes of violating their rights by allowing transgender women to compete in women's sports. The Biden administration originally planned to release a new federal Title IX rule. The law forbids discrimination based on sex in education, addressing both campus sexual assault and transgender athletes. But earlier this year, the department decided to split them into separate rules, and the athletics rule now remains in limbo even as the sexual assault policy moves forward. Hours after the NIA announcement, the NCAA released a statement: college sports are the premier stage for women's sports in America and the NCAA will continue to promote Title IX, make unprecedented investments in women's sports and ensure fair competition for all student athletes in all NCAA championships. The NCAA has had a policy for transgender athlete participation in place since 2010, which called for 1 year of testosterone suppression treatment and documented testosterone levels submitted before championship competitions.